Yo, what's up? Welcome to God Real TV, where we keep it raw, real, uncut, straight to the point. So I want to talk about is this movie. It's called Oh God, You Devil, and it's about a struggling musician that sells his soul to the devil for like fame and fortune. And it was made in like 1984. So it's a good movie if you're like into this stuff. It's like very informational. So let me read this for y'all. Oh God, You Devil is a 1984 American comedy film starring George Burns, Ted Wass, Ron Silver, and Roxanne Hart, directed by Paul Gobert and produced by Robert M. Sherman. The screenplay is by Andrew Bergman. Oh God, You Devil is the third and final installment in the Oh God film series. So this one was the third of the series, and it's played by George Burns. He plays God and the devil in this, pretty much telling you that it's one and the same. And he was received a nomination for a SATURN award, so for best actor for his performance. So I find that pretty funny that he was received a nomination for a Saturn award, which you could just take the UR from that and just put a Satan award. So let's read what it's about. Byrne plays the dual roles of both God and the devil. The devil uses the name Harry O. Tophet. Tophet is a Hebrew word for hell. He's a lively character, taking pleasure in petty acts of PG-rated malice, such as making a waiter fall into a pool. So, in the movie, so the musician, his name is Bobby Shelton, and he has this agent, and he's like struggling to like get a song off. He's like pitching his songs to like record labels, and they not really messing with him. So his agent was always giving him like gigs at like weddings or whatever, like for like $600. It wasn't that much, but this guy, he wanted to be like a big star instead of like playing at weddings, because that's what he's like used to doing. So the movie tells the story of a struggling rock musician, songwriter, Bobby Shelton, who cannot get a break. Bobby, desperate to support his wife and start a family, muses that he would sell his soul to the devil to get ahead. So while he was like struggling and mad about that, he got to play a wedding. He said it with his mouth, like he will sell his soul to the devil to make it in his business. And that's when the devil came to him, because he called for him. So the devil begins to appear to Bobby as a prospective agent and offers Shelton a deal: 7 years of unprecedented fame and fortune. So Shelton balks at the deal, and so Tophet renegotiates, claiming that it will be for a trial period, urging Bobby to leave his earnest agent. Shelton signs the document, but his signature transforms into that of established rock star Billy Wayne. So what happened to him when he signed the contract? He thought he was going to be himself as the superstar, but he was actually an established superstar already. So he was playing the part, like he wasn't Bobby Shelton no more. He was Billy Wayne. And it's kind of crazy that it kind of sounded like Lil Wayne, but and that was like in 1984. But yeah, his name was Billy Wayne, which was, he was already like a rock star, like Neil Diamond. Like he was already popular. So, and when he found that out, he realized that he's like, because he didn't know who Harry Tophet was before that. He just thought like he was an agent, but like after he signed a contract, he started to figure out who he really was, which was the devil. So it says, urging Bobby to leave his earnest agent Charlie. Shelton signs a document, but his signature transformed into that of established rock star Billy Wayne, the last person to whom Tophet offered this deal. And soon after, Bobby realized that he has sold his soul to the devil. So that's what happens for real, like you think that you're signing a contract and you think that you're going to be you, but you're in some cases you will be you, but it'll be somebody else playing you, possibly most likely the devil or a demon playing you, but you're not going to be you. And that's what most people, after they sign, they realize that, and that's what they don't tell you. That's why you be seeing some of these artists crying because they're not them. They're like playing somebody else, you know, which is most likely their higher self or a level above them. So when you do that, it's like you don't die, and it's like you become all these different versions of you, like the energy of you. So his name was Bobby Shelton, but Billy Wayne was like his higher self, you know. You get it? All right. So it says Shelton discovers that though he how though he now has a big success he wanted after a mammoth concert tour, he has lost his identity. He is now Billy Wayne. As such, his family is now someone else's. So the guy that was playing Billy Wayne before he stole his life that he had. So his wife, he's being with his wife. Like he still, in his mind, he still thinks that he's Bobby Shelton, but to everybody else, he's Billy Wayne. But the guy that was Billy Wayne before him, he took his life that he had, which is crazy. That's why some people will be going crazy, like, oh no, like. But all right, says the former Billy Wayne, whose life Tophet now controls and who has assumed Bobby's identity. He also discovers that his wife is pregnant with his child. Realizing that he is trapped, Bobby asks for help from God, who has been watching over him, finally succeeding when, as Billy Wayne, he travels to Las Vegas for important shows. God appears after Bobby has the Lord page in a hotel lobby and offers to help. During a cinematic poker game between God and the devil over Bobby's soul, God raises the stakes while Bobby, under Tophet's machinations, attempts suicide. So that's why you be seeing all these celebrities, they be attempting suicide because they realize what they did and they can't handle it. And like imagine somebody like you had this life already, but I guess you don't think it's good enough. Like you got a wife, she got a job, you're working, you're trying to, provide, but you just want more. So you end up selling your soul to the devil, and then you realize that you're still there, but you're not there, because somebody has taken that place. You took somebody took your place and you replaced them. Like you got all this money and stuff and all these other girls, but that ain't gonna fulfill your happiness. So God claims that if he loses, in addition to Bobby's soul, he will stop protecting all those on his list. If God wins, the devil will be prevented from meddling with any of those on the list, even if they beg for his assistance. Considering the loss too high, Tophet folds and finds that God have been bluffing, winning by, in God's words, I put the fear of me in you. And that part of the reason he had intervened for Bobby was because the devil had become too arrogant and cocky. Bobby rises from the floor of the dressing room and slips away as staffers discover the corpse of Billy Wayne, who had committed suicide. All right. So I suggest that you guys look up this movie. It's called Oh God, You Devil, and it's a pretty good movie. Like once it like gets into it, you'll see. And this movie shows exactly what happens. Like exactly what happens when you sign that contract. Like you're not you anymore. So if you ever see like celebrities and they run into like one of their old friends, and then they old friends always saying like, "Oh, he's not the same," because it's not them. It's not them anymore. Yeah. So, oh God, you devil. Right here, this is the scene right here when this is God. He's playing God, and this is the devil right here with the suit. And they're playing a poker game for Bobby Shelton's soul. And this is him right here. That's Bobby Shelton. That's Billy Wayne. He's not Bobby Shelton no more, but he still thinks he's Bobby Shelton. And like right when he signed that contract, he was like, I gotta call my wife. And the devil was like, no, we got a plane to catch, you know, like don't do that. And when he did, when he called his wife, he sounded all muffled, and his wife didn't know who he was. And then he was like, it's Bobby. And then his wife was like, nah, oh, you want to talk to Bobby? And he was like, I'm Bobby. And she gave the phone to the dude that used to be Billy Wayne, but he he thinks that he's Bobby Shelton because it's like mind control, you know? So yeah, this is the movie right here. So you can search that up on anything you have. You can probably search it up on YouTube. If you gotta rent it, just watch it, man. Just like, you know, it's probably cost like $3 or if you could find it on the internet for free, I'm pretty sure you can find it for free on the internet somewhere. So, and they even like mess with us. Like Kanye put out this commercial saying be Kanye, be someone else, be Kanye for a few hours or a lifetime. Now anytime can be Kanye. Time in the absolute world. Even though they put it out in a jokingly way, is real because whoever's of Kanye energy, they can be Kanye. They can act as him. It was it was a video that Orlando Brown, he was doing an interview. I think it's on Capone. I think that's his name, Capone or something like that. And he was saying that it's two Kanyes and they're fighting to be Kanye. And some people may think that sound crazy, but it's for real though, you know? Like he's telling the truth. Like it's a competition. That's why every time you try to level up, somebody's trying to bring you down because they don't want you to level up because they want to be in that position. Like that don't even look like Kanye today. That don't look like the Kanye we know. But like Kanye is like the new Bill Cosby. So like when you sell your soul, you don't die. So parts of you will always stay alive. Like even if you die, you don't die, you know? You'll always be here in this dimension. Like all of your energy. So say if you getting older physically, like that part of you is still gonna be here. It's like Kanye, he's the new Bill Cosby. And they always attacking Kanye and his energy. It's like they put him in jail. And I don't believe he did all that. You know, they put that on him because Kanye speaking out, so that affects all of your energy, you know? He was already in the industry. Like, see, Kanye had the afro, that look like Kanye. Kanye is the new Bill Cosby, you know? And then I can do this for days, man. And like, I know y'all heard of Steve Lacy. Steve Lacy, he got the #1 song right now. Steve Lacy, and Steve Lacy is the new Stevie Wonder. Steve Lacy with the braids. Stevie Wonder. I'm telling you, like these people, they don't die, man. Like they just make uh they come with new names, might be similar, but they all work together. They all working together. So like Steve Lacy, he's the new Stevie Wonder right now. Both musicians. I was gonna see if somebody was gonna do a video saying that Steve Lacy was the new Stevie Wonder. It's like it's so easy to tell. Like once you open your eyes and see it, and then probably like another 30 years later, it's gonna be a new him. So, but it also probably doesn't stem from Stevie Wonder. It's probably an artist before Stevie Wonder that. But they all come from like a god, possibly an Egyptian god, and it's all from that god and that same energy. So Stevie Wonder energy is the same energy as Steve Lacy. We're all energy, so we're all made up of energy. So it's like they are in the same soul group, and they forever working together. So Steve Lacy is the new Stevie Wonder. And you see Wiz Khalifa. I can do this all day. Like that's easy. So when you be seeing these videos of people saying like, "Oh, this character and that character," it's not that. It's just that they in the same soul group. And if someone if someone is living right now and they're playing somebody, they say they playing somebody, but they got tats, right? So it's not like that. It's like Wiz Khalifa is the new Jimi Hendrix. So yeah, they don't die, man. And even if they do say somebody died, then they just got replaced, you know. But the industry, the people in the industry, they know. Like some people that's popular to us, and some people that's not popular to us. The ones that's not popular, they be the ones respected in the industry. Like you know, like Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap was like, I gotta do a video on him because Fetty Wap was like the physical version of Horus. Like even though he didn't lose his eye from like something dangerous, is the fact that he still lost his eye, on a spiritual sense. And everyone that know the story of Horus and Set, that Set took Horus's eye, and that's why they had that one eye on the back of the dollar, which is Horus, which is Lucifer. Horus is Lucifer, so and that's who the Illuminati serves, Lucifer. So you see, Wiz Khalifa is the new Jimi Hendrix in the industry. He had like once someone has to fill that void because it all goes back to the 42 God. If you Google search, just put 42 gods, you'll see that the Egyptian gods will come up. So that's the 42 judges. So each of these gods represent an energy like Ra, Shu, Tefnut, Geb, Nut, Isis. So Isis is like Beyonce, um, Rihanna, that girl energy, Nicki Minaj, all of them. Nephthys, sister of Isis, goddess of the dead. I don't know who it is, but it's a woman comes from that energy, a woman comes from this energy, a group, like it's a soul group. So some is working with the Ra energy, which is like Jay-Z, Ra, Lucifer, you know, God of the air and peace, Shu, which is Set, the God of the air, the Gap, which is Kanye. So it's like Jay-Z, Kanye right here, Shu, God of the sun. It's like another form of Ra. So you see like Ruby Rose, she's the new Iman. I can do this for days. This is easy. Iman was married to David Bowie. That's Iman's younger self right here, Ruby Rose. Well, and you got to think about why these people get picked to be in the positions that they are, because they already, you know, it was destined for them already because she was already in the industry. They look at them and be like, oh, they know. Like they look at like a psychic can look at you and know everything about you. That's how they know. Like Ruby Rose, she gonna come up. They in the same soul group energy. It's not that Iman is Ruby Rose, it's that they are, but it's like, of course, Iman is older, Ruby Rose is younger, but they're like working together. They're in the same soul group. So it's like if Ruby Rose talked to Iman, it's like Ruby Rose is talking to her future self. If you get like, I hope y'all get that. So, moving on. See Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi is the new John Michelle Basquiat. Even though he does music and he did art, it's still working together. They're still working together, putting art out because music is art. They just express themselves differently, but that energy was always here. That's how he got picked to be in the position that he is, because that's who he is John Michelle Basquiat. And it's a producer. His name is TM88. He's also in that energy. He's like he's like a future Kid Cudi. You want to look him up. TM88, the producer of the that Lil Uzi Vert song. Like all my friends are dead. That edge, that song. Yeah, so Kid Cudi, the new John Michelle Basquiat. All you gotta do is study some history and look at these faces and put them together. The ones that's in positions, it's pretty easy once you open your eyes and look at it. And you see people already notice that they look alike. Yep. So again, I hope y'all enjoyed that video and watch this movie. It's called Oh God, You Devil. It's a good movie. So I'm gonna have to probably do more videos. I think my next video is it's gonna be on Saturn and Uranus, like the never-ending battle between father and son. So y'all can understand all of this, because all this information all connects. And watch my previous videos too. So if you like the video, like it. If you don't, if you didn't like it and dislike it, I don't really care. If you do what you want to do, but I'm just talking to y'all. I'm talking to you because I'm talking to y'all like a one-on-one conversation. I don't edit these videos or nothing. I'm just talking and letting y'all know what it is. So I hope y'all enjoy the video. This is God Real TV. Have a great day. Have a great night. Peace.